What comes to your mind when you hear the word Colombia? For many people, the image is shocking, a country once linked to cartels, violence, and danger. For years, Colombia was known as one of the most dangerous places in the world, and many outsiders believed it was a land to avoid. But here's the shocking truth. Colombia today is a completely different story. From breathtaking natural beauty to vibrant cities, delicious food, and unique traditions, Colombia is now one of the most fascinating destinations on Earth. This is a country where extremes meet. You can walk through a modern city filled with skyscrapers and then, within a few hours, find yourself deep in the Amazon rainforest. You can taste world-famous coffee in the morning and then dance salsa all night in Cali, the salsa capital of the world. Colombia's transformation is not just about safety and stability. It's about rediscovering its identity and sharing it proudly with the rest of the globe. In this video, we are going to take you on an incredible journey through Colombia. We'll explore the country's most famous cities, uncover delicious and sometimes shocking foods, and dive into the unusual customs and traditions that make Colombia so unique. By the end, you'll see why Colombia is no longer just a story of its past, but a vibrant, energetic, and captivating nation that deserves your attention. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. That way, you won't miss any of our future stories about countries, cultures, and unbelievable transformations around the world. Now, let's dive into the real Colombia, the Colombia you didn't know existed. Colombia is a country full of diversity, and nothing shows this better than its cities. Each city has its own personality, its own history, and its own rhythm of life. Exploring Colombia's cities is like traveling through many different countries in one. Let's take a closer look at some of the most famous and fascinating urban centers in Colombia. We begin with Bogotá, the capital city. Located high in the Andes Mountains at over 2,600 meters above sea level, Bogotá is one of the highest capitals in the world. The city is known for its vibrant culture, museums, and colonial architecture. One of the most famous attractions is the Gold Museum, which houses an incredible collection of pre-Columbian gold artifacts. Another highlight is Monserrate, a mountain overlooking the city that can be reached by cable car, offering stunning views of the entire valley. Bogotá is also the center of government, education, and business, making it the beating heart of Colombia. Next, we travel to Medellín, a city once infamous for violence, but today celebrated as a model of innovation. Nicknamed the City of Eternal Spring because of its perfect weather, Medellín has undergone one of the most inspiring urban transformations in modern history. The city invested in public transport, including a famous cable car system that connects poor hillside communities to the city center. Medellín is also a hub for technology, education, and culture. Today, it is known for its flower festival, modern architecture, and friendly atmosphere. What was once one of the most dangerous cities in the world is now one of the most admired. Then comes Cali, known as the salsa capital of the world. If you love music and dancing, Cali is the place to be. Salsa schools and clubs fill the city, and festivals bring thousands of visitors every year. Cali also has a rich Afro-Colombian heritage that influences its music, food, and traditions. Beyond dancing, the city offers beautiful parks and a lively street culture that never seems to sleep. On the Caribbean coast lies Cartagena, one of the most beautiful and historic cities in all of Latin America. Surrounded by colonial walls and filled with colorful streets, Cartagena feels like stepping back in time. The Old Town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with balconies overflowing with flowers, horse-drawn carriages, and centuries-old churches. Yet Cartagena is also modern, with luxury resorts and beaches that attract visitors from around the world. It is a city where history and modern life blend seamlessly. Finally, we cannot forget San Andrés, a small island in the Caribbean Sea that belongs to Colombia. Known for its turquoise waters and white sandy beaches, San Andrés is a tropical paradise. The island is famous for the Sea of Seven Colors, where the water appears in multiple shades of blue and green. It is a popular destination for snorkeling, diving, and enjoying a laid-back island lifestyle that feels far away from the busy mainland. These cities together show the true face of Colombia, diverse, colorful, and full of life. From the high mountains of Bogotá to the warm Caribbean breeze of Cartagena and San Andrés, Colombia's cities offer something for everyone. They are not only places to visit, but also living examples of how a country can reinvent itself and celebrate its rich culture in different ways. If you really want to understand Colombia, you have to taste it. Colombian cuisine is as diverse as its geography and culture, with each region offering unique flavors shaped by history, climate, and tradition. From hearty mountain dishes to tropical coastal specialties, the food of Colombia is a journey in itself. And along the way, you'll also discover some surprising and even shocking dishes that might challenge your taste buds. One of the most iconic Colombian foods is the arepa. This simple cornmeal cake comes in many forms and is eaten at almost every meal. In the Andes, arepas are thick and filling, often served with cheese or eggs. On the coast, they might be fried and stuffed with meat or seafood. Every Colombian region has its own variation, and no breakfast feels complete without one. Arepas are not just food, they are a symbol of Colombian identity. Perhaps the most famous national dish is the bandeja paisa, a plate so large and rich it could feed 2 people. Originating from the Antioquia region, this meal includes rice, beans, ground beef, chicharrón, crispy pork belly, plantains, sausage, avocado, and a fried egg, all served together on one platter. It reflects the hardworking culture of the region, where farmers needed a big, high-energy meal to get through the day. Today, bandeja paisa is a favorite across the country and a must-try for visitors. Soups are also an important part of Colombian cuisine. Ajiaco, popular in Bogotá, is a comforting chicken and potato soup flavored with local herbs and served with corn on the cob and avocado. Sancocho is another classic, a hearty stew made with chicken, beef, or fish, along with plantains, yucca, and potatoes. These soups are more than just meals. They are part of family traditions, often served during gatherings and celebrations. Colombia's tropical climate provides an incredible variety of fruits, many of which are unknown outside of the region. Guava, lulo, soursop, and maracuya, passion fruit, are just a few examples. Fresh fruit juices, known as jugos naturales, are available everywhere, made from fruits so exotic that first-time visitors are often amazed. Tasting Colombian fruit is like discovering a whole new world of flavors. Now let's talk about something surprising: the famous hormiga culona, or big-bottomed ants. In the Santander region, these giant ants are roasted and eaten as a crunchy snack. They are considered a delicacy with a nutty flavor, and while some people find the idea shocking, locals see them as part of their cultural heritage. Another unusual tradition is drinking hot chocolate with cheese. Yes, you read that right! In Bogotá and other parts of the Andes, people drop pieces of cheese into their cup of hot chocolate, letting it melt slightly before eating it. Strange as it sounds, Colombians swear by the combination. Street food also plays a big role in Colombian life. Empanadas filled with beef, chicken, or potatoes are sold on every corner. Buñuelos, round fried cheese balls, are popular especially during Christmas. On the coast, you'll find seafood specialties like fried fish with coconut rice, reflecting the Afro-Caribbean influence of the region. What makes Colombian cuisine so special is not just the taste, but the way it reflects the country's diversity. Every dish tells a story of mountains and coasts, of indigenous traditions and Spanish influence, of innovation and preservation. From the comforting arepa to the daring hormiga culona, Colombian food is a mirror of its people, bold, diverse, and unforgettable. Colombia is not only famous for its cities and food, but also for its unusual and sometimes surprising traditions. These customs reveal the creativity, humor, and spirit of the Colombian people, and they make the culture of this country unforgettable. From New Year's rituals to colorful festivals, Colombian traditions are full of energy and surprise. One of the most unique customs is how Colombians celebrate New Year's Eve. At midnight, many people grab an empty suitcase and run around the block with it. Why? Because they believe it will bring a year full of travel and adventures. It's a playful and funny tradition that shows the optimism and joy Colombians carry into the new year. Another common New Year's tradition is writing down bad memories of the past year on a piece of paper, then burning it to symbolically leave negativity behind. Some families even create life-size dolls called muñecos de año viejo, representing the old year, and burn them in the streets to start fresh. Another surprising tradition is the mix of food and drinks that might seem unusual to outsiders. In Bogotá and other Andean regions, people enjoy hot chocolate with cheese. They drop a piece of cheese into their steaming cup of chocolate, let it melt, and then eat it with a spoon. It may sound strange, but for Colombians, it's comforting and delicious. Similarly, in some rural areas, drinking agua panela, a sweet drink made from sugarcane, with cheese or bread is a beloved tradition. Festivals in Colombia are also extraordinary. One of the most famous is the Barranquilla Carnival, the second largest carnival in Latin America after Rio de Janeiro. For several days, the city becomes a giant party with parades, costumes, dancing, and music. It is recognized by UNESCO as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity. Another spectacular event is the Flower Festival in Medellín, where locals decorate the city with massive flower displays, parades, and cultural shows. These festivals are not only about fun, but also about preserving and celebrating Colombian identity. Colombians also have unique superstitions. On New Year's Eve, many people wear yellow underwear because they believe it brings good luck and prosperity. Others eat 12 grapes at midnight, one for each month of the coming year, making a wish with each grape. These little rituals may sound playful, but they are taken seriously and are a cherished part of Colombian culture. Sports and dance also play a role in unusual traditions. In Cali, the salsa capital of the world, dancing is more than just entertainment. It's a way of life. Children learn to dance almost as soon as they can walk, and salsa competitions are a major event. In smaller towns, traditional dances tied to indigenous and Afro-Colombian heritage are still performed during local festivals, keeping centuries-old customs alive. What makes Colombian traditions so fascinating is their mix of joy, creativity, and resilience. These customs show how people find ways to celebrate life, even in the face of difficulties. Whether it's running with a suitcase, drinking chocolate with cheese, or dancing in the streets during Carnival, Colombians know how to make every moment special. These traditions might seem unusual to outsiders, but for Colombians, they are part of what makes life colorful, meaningful, and full of energy. Colombia's story is full of surprises. From vibrant cities like Bogotá, Medellín, and Cartagena, to delicious and sometimes shocking foods like bandeja paisa or even roasted ants, to traditions as unusual as running with a suitcase at New Year's, this country is truly unforgettable. What makes Colombia so special is not just its beauty or culture, but the energy and joy of its people. They have transformed a country once known for violence into a place that now shines with creativity, music, and celebration. We've seen how Colombia's cities are full of life, how its cuisine mixes the comforting with the shocking, and how its traditions are colorful, unique, and full of meaning. But this is just one story. The world is full of nations with fascinating histories, strange foods, and unusual customs that deserve to be explored and shared. So here's my question for you. Which country should we explore next? Should we uncover the secrets of Brazil's carnival? The mysteries of Japan's unusual traditions? Or the rise of another nation that went from poverty to power? I want to hear your ideas in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through Colombia, don't forget to hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. That way, you'll never miss our next adventure into the cultures, foods, and traditions that make our world so incredible. Thank you for watching, and let's keep discovering the amazing and sometimes shocking stories of countries around the globe together.